Hello my fellow video gamers. Today, I would like to inform you as to why the video game industry has done a sexism and therefore is bad, and you should stop supporting it because as we all know, once you do a sexism, you are forever cancelled. So I've put together a little presentation to inform you as to why the video games industry is sexist, as well as deliver you the background information necessary for you to understand this sexism once and for all. To start things off, here are some terms you need to know, as defined by the Google machine. Parentheses are my own. Sexism. Prejudice, stereotyping, or discrimination, typically against women, on the basis of sex. Video games. A game played by electronically manipulating images produced by a computer program on a television screen or other display screen. Industry. Economic activity concerned with the processing of raw materials and manufacture of goods in factories. Now that we've covered that, the next thing that you need to understand is that there is a video game franchise called God of War. It is not about the one true God, but is actually about a muscly tattoo man who sometimes has a lot of facial hair, but sometimes does not. Depends on the game. Also, I hear he has a son now called Boy. Anyway, Kratos murders dudes and animals with an assortment of weapons, has sexual relations with many women, I'm surprised he doesn't actually have more sons, and is all around not a pleasant guy. The God of War games are hack-and-slash adventure games. There are currently 8 video games in the God of War franchise. The first was released in 2005 on the PlayStation 2, and it has since gotten video games on the PlayStation PSP, the PlayStation 3, the PlayStation Vita, and the PlayStation 4. The franchise has survived both of Sony's handheld consoles, despite the fact that nobody owns them. The video games are violent, lewd, angry, and representative of toxic masculinity. This has finally changed with the 8th game, I've been told, which is just violent and angry. That it got that many installments representing such an awful culture is astounding. Here are all of the current God of War games. The next thing that you need to know is that there is a video game called Heavenly Sword. It was released for the PlayStation 3 in 2007, and stars a woman with really long red hair who murders dudes and animals with an assortment of weapons in hack-and-slash gameplay. It did not receive a sequel, although some concept art surfaced half a decade after its release. Here are all of the Heavenly Sword games. You may have noticed that both of the video games I have mentioned are hack-and-slash video games, and that they are about people murdering dudes and animals with an assortment of weapons. All of this is true. The gameplay is identical in these games. If you did a model swap, you wouldn't even be able to tell which video game is which. You may also have noticed that one of these is a franchise and one of these is a video game. This is also true. God of War got, as of this video, 7 additional video games, even though it had installments on the PlayStation PSP and the PlayStation Vita, which nobody owns. Meanwhile, Heavenly Sword, which sold over 1.5 million copies in 2007, adjusted for current inflation is approximately 17 million copies, was unable to get even a cheap spin-off on the PlayStation PSP like God of War did. The only difference between these two video games is that one of them is about a muscly tattoo dude, and the other one is about a red-haired woman. The one about a man is given 8 total games, the one about a woman is given 1. That, my friends, is sexism. As I've already established, the properties are identical except for this fact. Therefore, by not giving Heavenly Sword an equal amount of sequels, the video game industry did a sexism. It is therefore forever tarnished, and if we do not take a stand for this atrocity, it will corrupt all video gamers across the world into thinking that this behavior is okay. Sexism is not okay. Thank you for your time, and if you would like to agree or disagree with me, please leave a comment down below. Subscribe if you like the content, and do all the other YouTubey things. See you next time.